everyone. Hi. Welcome to All Things Let's Talk, everyone. I'm Yamar. Yes, welcome. All right. It's a cool summer, right? Is it going to be a cruel summer? That's the question. I'm happy. Right? The summer only started in June 21st, so it hasn't been that bad.
I know, but
so welcome everyone again.
I'm back, you guys.
Thanks for joining. So
thank you to Brenda for holding the fort. I have to say, I don't think I could talk like Brenda talks for the entire podcast. So I'm going to tip my hat to Brenda.
Thank you. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I think it's good when you have a podcast. I would be like, blah, blah, blah. Can somebody ask me something? Because I can't just talk. That's good. I think
the thing about having somebody with you is if you make a mistake, they could correct you. Because I was thinking there were a couple times I was like, June Bloom, and I should have said June Bloom or Swoon. And I had a podcaster who's on right now correcting me. So you know what? It's sometimes,
or at least make fun of you, right?
Yeah, right. I know.
No.
But Daniel joined, and that was fun. It was great to have my son.
I know. Thank you so much, Dan, for joining your mother.
Yeah. So I want to get started.
Let's do it
right away with like backing up. Let's go back a week. Let's rewind. Yes. Let's go to Arizona.
Okay, let's go to Arizona. I think those were the days.
Yeah. It seems like a long, long time ago, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like?
Yeah, we were great then.
Back in the day.
The golden years.
So, it was a great series. They swept Arizona, the best team.
Incredible.
In the National League West, at that time. And it was great.
What worked? What do you think it worked? We had our mojo back.
Well, they went in winning 2 at home, their last 2 at home.
And that's so good.
I think that kind of carried over.
Mm-hmm.
And their pitching was relatively good. Scherzer didn't pitch great, but then they hit for him. So he won that game 8-5.
The bats definitely came through.
Carrasco had a great game. 9-0. I mean, who would think? 9-0.
You wouldn't.
I didn't think 9-0. I was like,
Cookie has been okay. He's made up for a few of his F-ups, and he's been consistently almost semi-reliable a little bit, almost more than Scherzer to me.
I think he surprises us.
Yeah.
Like when you think he's just gonna blow up, he has such a great
keeps it together. He keeps it together.
Yeah. You think the cookie's gonna crumble and it stays intact.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's kept the chips and everything.
We can't say enough about Alvarez.
My boy.
I mean, 2 strikes
against
him, 2 outs. They tie the game and kind of has that triple.
He's our clutchy guy.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the highlight of last week.
Absolutely. And he's been doing it. It wasn't a fluke. He has been doing that.
It reminded me of last year. I felt like I was in last year. I was like, whoa, wait a
We're back. We're winning.
2022 team.
Comeback kids.
But then they won Friday against San Diego, and that was a good win. Darvish is kind of inconsistent this year, so they took advantage of that.
Yeah,
and and then they fell apart.
Well, we have a comment here from Mets 2128 that he thinks that Buck screwed up the lineup again.
Well, definitely. We were talking about this before the show started Sunday. Stuart, you need to put your best lineup out there the day before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna get rest. Why are you sitting these guys?
Yeah, and I agree with Mets 21-28 because we need to kind of stick to something. We can't be like, boom,
Yeah.
change it again, and okay, who's next? Oh, paper, scissors, rocks. Like, no, just
And you
stick
can't
to
even
it.
say, I mean, you can't say that the pitching, because Scherzer had a terrible outing Sunday, was the reason why they lost. Yes, they got behind and it was hard to catch up, but they have scored more than 6 runs.
Yeah.
So having a different lineup in could have made a difference. Of course, their hot hitter was hurt. He got hurt that game.
Yeah.
Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham
Hi, Dan.
is amazing. Hey, yeah.
Dan likes Kana.
Yes. So
yeah, me too.
So Dan always reminds me that I get down on Kana. I don't hate Kana. I just want to let you know.
Isn't he in your fantasy?
Yeah, he was, and I dropped him. But I want to say that I was wrong about Kana last week because in the game, I'm trying to think. It was the 2-1 game where they were losing. They came from behind.
And then the one that Alvarez?
Yeah, Alvarez had the home run, and then Kana had the game-winning hit. I wanted Buck to pinch hit for Kana in that game.
You wanted Buck to pinch hit?
I mean, I wanted Buck to pinch hit Kana in the game.
Yeah.
So Buck to not Buck to get up. But so this is a thing, like, because it was the matchup in the 7th inning. He's a lefty, Kana. He was against a lefty. I'm like, you got to put in a pinch hitter in. And they left him in, and then he gets the big hit in the 9th. So I was wrong. So I admit it.
Yes.
So what else we got going on there from our fans out there?
Let me see. Mets 21-28 says, here are the 3 people, in his opinion, the Mets need to get rid of at the end of the year. He thinks Epler. I think that's pretty common, opinion. Who else? Oh, wait, 2.
And who else did he say?
Buck.
Yeah, Buck.
Well, Buck needs to stop tinkering and maybe not get rid of him. And then, I'm
going to say that Epler is here to get Ohtani. I'm going to make that. Yes, I'm going to make that call right now because I can't figure out another reason to keep him any longer. Except
he's the only hope. You think that?
I think the relationship that he has bringing Ohtani to the Angels when he was in charge of the Angels is going to be a factor, or potentially could be a factor in getting Ohtani. But
and then if you don't get, they don't get him.
So this is my thing. If the Mets, and I said this before, I said it last week, if the Mets don't make the playoffs, Epler should be out. And, unless you're going to try, unless Ohtani's still around, you're going to try to get him as a free agent. And Buck should definitely go because he's driving me crazy.
Yeah, there's been major shakeups for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have the team, you have the $1 million team, the $350 million team.
We have the talent. We just need the management to get the best out of it.
Yeah. And, there's questions about whether they're going to buy, they're going to sell. That's a whole nother thing. And, if they're sellers, it wouldn't be so bad if they bring up these young guys to play. I'd love to start seeing Vientos play regularly.
Yeah.
Maurizio play.
Well, Vientos might be
these young guys
part of the trade. There's a few. Yeah,
but they would. If they're trading, then they're buying, right? They're mixed. They think they're in it. If they're out of it, then they're just gonna get rid of guys. Yeah. That's what I think. So, what do we got? What do you guys think out there? Anyone else have some comments?
Lindor came back too. Lindor was hot.
Lindor was hot, and for a while, and he's proven himself. Alonso, we could talk about, but we could. That's when we get into the home run
polar
derby.
bear.
So should we just go straight to the home run derby and then
Let's
talk
do
about
it.
Alonso a little bit too?
Let's do it.
So
you want to show them?
Yeah, let's show the video because this was quite entertaining. Not in a good way, though.
Yes. Oh, wait. Hit by pitch. No, that's not it.
So, yeah, we're going to show you.
Wait, that's the video that we have, hit by pitch?
No. Okay, this is.
Oh, wait, yeah. Maybe
he's got a $121 here and then another minute after that.
Yeah, this is going to be an uphill battle right now for Pete. He has to at least get to 26 or 7. And I think that's going to be really difficult, especially with only a minute after that. I think this is going to be a tough one for him. Julio set the bar really high.
Well, think about the guys that have advanced, and Julio Rodriguez put on the most impressive show. Alonso sends one right towards our set. And then the next one, before that one lands, is headed towards left center field, and it will get out.
So, hey.
He was trying to strike him out. Basically.
I don't know, hit the corners, keep the ball away from Alonso. I mean, why have him hit a home run in the home run derby? Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think there should be some changes. I don't know. I think they should go back to like the out thing and not the timer.
Oh, the 3 outs. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about having like a machine? What about a machine that throws the pitches always the same way?
I'd say Pena was a machine pitching for the opposition. I mean, he was for J-Rod. He was like tossing them in like this.
I know.
I think he had 8 balls in his hand at once. He's like,
yeah.
And 42 home runs, I think.
But oh my God, 41.
And, was Alonso going to catch him? Probably not. So it didn't matter about this guy pitching. But give him a chance. I mean, you gave him no chance at all.
No, I know. I think they should definitely think about like a machine instead of
maybe something that there's not like an element that would be a factor
that we can bitch about.
Yeah. So what do you guys think?
Mark.
Look, we have the home run derby. We have the all-star games. Do you guys think it's a bunch of hogwash? Like, why are we even doing this? Or do you think it's great to see these terrific players being showcased?
Ron says that Mets just need to play basic baseball. Fielding, base running mistakes are killing us.
Yeah, I mean, if we get back to some of the issues that they had at the last 2 games against San Diego, it's, their fielding's been atrocious, not consistent. The hitting wasn't consistent.
Yeah, and Tom thinks the Mets need to go on a hot streak. Yes.
Yeah, and you know what they did? You know what? This is the thing. So the Mets did go on a hot streak. So they won 6 in a row. And my thing last week was like, just win series. Okay, so they lost the series to San Diego, but who would have thought they would sweep
Arizona,
the Diamondbacks?
Yeah.
So in actuality, they came up with the same amount of wins that I kind of expected. They were 4-2. I really didn't expect them to do better, but once they won 6 in a row, you kind of got that thirst for what Tom's saying about the streaks. Like, you're like, yeah, they could do it. They could get 7 in a row, 8 in a row, 9, So, and then it was a letdown. So
yeah, more hustle, less.
And it did remind me of the last time they were on the West Coast. So the Mets had swept Oakland. They had won 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. So great team in the Dodgers. And then they won 2 against San Francisco. And then they ended up losing the last 2. So when they were 7-1, and they ended up losing those last 2. They ended up 7-3. And you're like, yeah, they're 7-3.
Run out of gas.
But you felt like they're 7-3 on the West Coast. That should be good. But it's like how they end the
Yeah.
series that mattered. That's
And
why.
making mistakes, and it just
But it's why, like, the end
they
of
should like
this
lose
series.
pretty, not lose bad.
No,
Don't lose
how about not
ugly.
lose at all? Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
So I do want to say, though, they came across some really good pitching in San Diego. I mean, these guys, Snell, even Waka's on the IL, and he's one of their best pitchers. And it was difficult. It was difficult to win with these guys against them.
Tom says that we won 101 games last year, and we should be able to go on a tear, even though it's not exactly the same team. This team should be much better. Agreed. So then it's probably management.
So you know what, Tom? Were you watching the All-Star game last night? I'm throwing that out. Was anybody watching the All-Star game last night? Because you were watching it. So did you hear what the announcer said about the Mets? The one particular announcer, I don't even know who it was.
Oh, he was an idiot, but yeah.
No, he said good things.
Oh no, there was one that was saying really stupid things.
Most of them are down on the Mets, but there was one guy going, "Hey, the Mets are going to hit a hot streak. They're going to win. They're going to do great in the second half."
Oh, I didn't hear that.
And I was so surprised. I was like, "Who is this guy saying this?" It was very strange to hear that, but there are some.
You were like, what? They're saying something nice about the Mets?
Well, there are, announcers, they know their stuff most of the time, not all the time, but for them to say that, I thought that was, especially ESPN, who hates the Mets. So
yeah,
I thought that was strange.
What about those uniforms?
Which uniforms are we talking about?
Let's talk about.
So are we going back?
All-Star.
To the All-Star uniforms.
Everybody was saying that
green.
I
did
like
green
that.
because of Seattle. That's why they did that.
We were wearing like blue and black, and who thinks we should go back to the team's jerseys?
Yeah,
I think so. I mean, we should.
Yeah, but then it would be like all Atlanta Braves in the end.
Well, it was already.
I know, but then you don't have to see so much of Atlanta Braves. You just see it on their cap and not on their.
But I think it makes it more colorful to have each player wear their own.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I think that's a very good suggestion. What do you guys think out there? You guys are quiet.
We have an agree. Yes.
Agree. Yes. Good. I think it would be better.
Yeah, those uniforms were terrible. I mean, Freddie Freeman looked like he was going to go to like some sort of gathering. Like he was wearing like dress pants. It looked like dress pants. It's weird.
Hey,
Christina, own uniforms.
Go.
Yes.
Hey. Yes.
Oh, Dan, not own uniforms.
Okay.
Well, they need to design them prettier then. They need to look cooler, better. Last year's were cool. They had like gold, black and gold.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the home team having.
Mets 21, 28. Ditto what? Ditto
the old uniforms, I think.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, I don't want to go too much back to last week, but since we're on uniforms, how about those softball uniforms that San Diego wore Friday night?
Oh, the City Connect. Oh, my God.
Because we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
The highlighters. It's just like highlighters. Like somebody went crazy with highlighters.
What was that about? I mean, those Francisco Padres were the Spanish Francisco Friars Padres.
Yeah.
Those guys are rolling in their graves in San Diego.
Well, these are part of a Nike thing that is called City Connect, and they're coming up with alternative uniforms to showcase like the culture and the colors of the city other than the traditional blue and red that they usually do. That's why Boston, Tom, I need you here. That's why Boston uses the yellow because the yellow represents Boston.
So
Bruins.
I don't know. I don't like it.
It's just
I just don't like it.
I like
it
the
just
Reds one.
It throws me off. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta adjust my TV, like the color.
Oh no,
It's
that was horrible. But
blinding.
the other uniforms that are cool. Like I like the Reds. The Cincinnati Reds is cool. It's black and it says Cincy.
Yeah. Well, black. I mean, that's a little different,
And,
right?
Our turn. The Mets are gonna have their own next year.
No, don't do it.
Next year, but we don't know. It might look cool.
You know what? Somebody's paying them a lot of money for this because they would not be putting these uniforms on if they weren't getting big bucks from, advertising.
Margie thinks they look like clowns.
They did. We just talked about this
Yeah.
last week about the uniforms and how they can look like softball players.
Yeah, well, they're not all nicely designed, and we can't like control that. Well, I wish we could just design everybody's.
You should design it. You're a designer. Come on.
Yes.
So what are we? I mean, I didn't get much take on the All-Star game or like how people felt about the home run derby, the All-Star game.
The best is like the National League one
Yay!
after 9 years. Yeah.
My gosh.
That felt good. Like I watch every All-Star and I'm like,
watch.
American League is gonna win.
No, but watch what happens. Atlanta Braves make it to the World Series. I hope it doesn't happen. Right? I'm just saying. And then they get home field advantage. It would be the worst year for the National League to win with Atlanta playing the way they are. But you know what? I don't think Atlanta's gonna win it.
They might not.
I think the Mets are gonna come back.
I
and
think
win
they're
it.
peaking now. They're gonna like bump.
Yeah.
They're gonna bump.
Look at Tampa Bay. Everybody was so hot on Tampa Bay, and then they went into a drought.
Mhm.
So hey, you never know. That's why you play 162 games,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what else?
Okay, Tom. And wait, let's go back to the uniforms. Tom said those blue and yellow uniforms come from colors of Boston Marathon in memory.
Oh yeah. Well,
Aw.
put us in our
Thank
place.
you, Tom. Thank you. I thought it was because yellow is also represents Boston, but
Does yellow represent Boston?
yes,
It does? For
yes.
what?
For the Boston Bruins. Bruins. I don't know. I've heard something. Like I designed a logo for a convention that is going to be in Boston, and they wanted yellow and green because it's the Irish, and so
yeah, that's probably
that's
it.
why I'm thinking yellow
Could be, yeah.
has to do with Tom. Help me out. Okay.
So what else, guys?
Mark says, "What about the second half of the season? Who will get hot to lead the way, Lindor?"
Okay, so
That's a good question.
here's a couple of things. All right, this is what I'm thinking.
Alvarez.
Alvarez is hot already. He'll
Yes.
just continue to be
Yes.
hot.
Yes.
Let's move him up in the batting order. That's number one.
That would
Let's
be
get
nice.
him up there. And I really do think Pete Alonso, because we talked about the home run derby, and everybody's down on him because he's batting
I know.
211, and he still has 26 home runs and 61 RBIs. What are we complaining about? Yeah, his batting average is poo-poo. His on-base percentage isn't so bad. It's like over 300. He needs to be more consistent and take that weight off his shoulders and feel like he is not the
Carrying
one who
everything.
has to do it all.
No, I don't.
What do you think?
I don't think he feels that way. I just feel like he is just like a big kid that loves playing baseball, and I think he gets really emotional with the criticism. And if he doesn't, obviously, players hate when they don't do well, but I think Pete feels it. Like I see it in his expression and his body language and everything. Like all the ones just go like, kind of like expressionless. But Pete hurts. You can
Not
tell
like
he's
that.
like hurting inside.
Yeah,
So
I think
I
so.
feel
He carries
like
a lot
yes,
in him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and-
but it's mostly, and I think Lindor takes some of that weight for him.
Lindor's like always smiling. That
Yes.
guy, even I know he feels it when he's not doing well and when he messes up.
Mhm.
But I think he's got a great attitude, and he may be the guy who's going to be, hot in the second half and ride the team.
Yeah, that would be nice. Mets 2128 says that he thinks people are complaining about talking about Pete. The lack of discipline has been showing since coming back from the IL.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up because I don't know if he was prematurely brought back from the IL.
Probably.
I thought that he probably needed a few more days.
Me too.
Rest.
I think they brought him back because he was going strong with those home runs, and they didn't want him to lose the momentum.
Well, he was out for a while, but he came back earlier than expected.
And then Vientos got.
And I don't know if he was 100%. How many times do we see these guys getting hit by pitches and then it affects them afterwards?
Yeah.
And it was his hand. So who knows? I don't know if it's lack of discipline, but I do think there were times where his head wasn't in the game, especially fielding.
Yeah.
He was messing up where he's never messed up in the field.
Yeah.
And that means that maybe he's taking his batting onto the field with him too when he's playing poorly. So good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who else? What else we got going on?
We have another comment here from Mets 2128. In my mind, if any Met needs to be solidified in a spot in the lineup, it's Marte, given how many times Buck bounces him around in the lineup.
Yeah,
maybe he needs to have some common ground there.
He hit a big 3-run home run in Arizona, so he definitely has the potential. I've been kind of down on Marte this year.
I don't think he's healed, to be honest.
I just didn't see him as 100% this year, especially in the field. He was not going all out on some of the, on
I think he's still hurting some, that double groin surgery he had. I think he's still, he's still not 100%.
But, to the point here that we're talking about, this lineup needs to be better. Needs to be consistent.
I mean, it's more consistent.
Yeah, I don't like the flipping around.
Yeah, we don't.
Especially if something's working. If something is working, stick with it.
Oh my God, for God's sake.
Whatever you did in Arizona, just keep that same lineup.
Yes.
Don't put DJ Stewart in on Sunday. What are you doing? Come on. So there's some other questions I see up there.
Yeah.
Which on the top, like McNeil is one of them.
Here?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's more questions.
From Ronald. Why is McNeil batting before Alvarez?
Yeah, well,
let's ask Buck. Let me call him.
So McNeil won batting championship last year. And and
he gets on base.
Sometimes. I mean, he has an on-base percentage over 300, but definitely not hitting the way he was last year. He's like 100 points lower in batting average. And I just don't think Buck's going to move him to the back of the lineup.
Because he manages to get on base with little position in the ball, and Alvarez can hit the bombs.
But he hasn't been getting on base, though.
Well,
in actuality,
he's keeping. Because Buck.
There was a stretch where he was like 0 for 12 or something crazy like that. Yeah. So I think the shifts really had a big impact on McNeil this year. It's hurt him so much, and he needs to adjust. So he better get his act together. So we'll see. But Alvarez should be the key power positions like 5th or 6th or, behind. It's, protect Alonso. So I think there's some other questions up there at the top.
This I already showed. Oh, well, March likes the Tampa Bay uniforms.
Tampa Bay?
the City Connect, right, Marge?
It's not Tampa Bay, though. We were talking about San Diego.
Well, she likes the Tampa Bay. She likes the Tampa Bay uniforms.
I'll have to check it out because I'm not aware of the Tampa Bay Rays City Connect uniform. So have you been watching the Yankees in Tampa Bay then?
What about the patch? The Yankees got the patch.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Who's their ever?
Star
I thought
Insurance is.
No, I thought they had Nike. I thought that was their big thing.
Star
that's
double R Insurance, like
No.
a blue rectangle, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're desecrating the Yankee uniform."
That's
like,
so
who cares?
No, I think it's embarrassing.
People
I don't
are
think
paying. It got 20 million for it.
I don't like that. I'm sorry. I mean, everybody's doing it now. You know, you see it in all sports.
Money talks. And this is
I'm just
baseball,
saying,
and this is a
look,
business.
You
so
have enough places in the stadium to do advertising. You don't have to put it on their uniforms. Come on. I
well,
think that's crazy.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, people are like complaining only like about the Yankee uniform because it's
Oh,
God,
yeah.
it's like the grandiosity of just whatever. Slap it on the front. I don't care.
Yeah, because they're supposedly the best franchise in sports history.
Wait,
I don't know. That's what people say. I
That's
mean,
all right.
you know,
That's all
hey,
right.
they have the World Series to show it, but
So-
we have a lot of years to catch up.
who's 0 for 16? McNeil? Is that what Ron-
he's probably
Yeah.
saying he was 0 for
Okay.
16. Yeah, he's just hasn't done the job this year. I have to say I dropped him for my fantasy baseball team too.
Okay, so wow.
I
So
know,
Mets
that was
21-28 says whatever we did last year, leave the lineup. Okay, so that makes me think about something. It's the same team and the same management. Like, why is it not the same this year?
Well, we have some different players. We have Beatty and Alvarez, but
Yeah,
that's
but they-
not the reason why.
Yeah, but they weren't in the beginning.
yeah. So
And we have better, like Verlander, better pitchers. Scherzer. What's happening? Like, maybe I don't know.
we
Marta
miss,
is
we miss your
disappointed.
guy, JD Davis.
I miss him too. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bad trade. Emily. Yes, Emily. Marta is a
Disappointing.
disaster. Not consistent.
He's not consistent, but
He's not
nobody's
shining.
consistent.
Last
you know?
year, I would every time Marta would come to the plate, I'll be like, yes.
But
And
what
now it's
happened?
like, what's gonna
What
happen?
happened last year that messed up Marte? What happened?
The hit. He got hit,
He got it, and
Yeah.
he hasn't been the same since.
but he got hit in the finger.
hand. He was on the IL, and then he came back, for the playoffs and didn't do well. So
Yeah.
he just has not been the same. And then he had the groin injury and wasn't running right.
Yeah, he doesn't even look like himself. I agree. He's like down and out emotionally. I don't know. Like
A lot of these players are like that this year. What else we got
what
out
else?
there?
What about okay, let's talk about the next half and then the trade a little bit. Do we have time to talk about
Well,
the
let's
trade?
hey, there's no
trade
game
scenarios?
tonight. You guys want to stay on, we'll stay on. We should talk about potentially trades, but also about the Dodgers coming up. Because I
Or-
love when the Mets
We
play
can
the
also
Dodgers.
talk about the prospects, the draft.
Yeah, so
All I'm gonna say is this: we don't have to go deeply if you don't. I mean, if you want to.
go.
All I'm
Talk.
gonna say is this: like, Uncle Steve said something about he wanted to like work on the pitching, and we got 15 pitchers out of 23 kids that we drafted. So that just says that Uncle Steve means something when he says it. So
Well, we'll see. But no, I agree. They needed pitchers, right?
Yeah.
We found out this year
and
that
instead
they-
of you know, the Verlander and Scherzer thing, we're digging from the farm, which is what we should be doing. So
Exactly.
it's a positive thing. I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. So that's a good thing. And I think Mark's got a comment about our buddy Vogel.
Bogey came back. Bogey back.
He's been
But,
playing a little bit better. Hey, he's had some really good games.
He's swinging the bat.
No, but he's produced a one
I
game.
know.
He's 3 for 4 at 3
Because
RBIs.
he's swinging the
I mean,
bat.
come on.
Before he was just standing there.
No, but he was swinging and missing too. When he first
Mostly
started swinging,
not swinging.
that was in the beginning. So yeah, we'll see.
Who should we trade? That is, I think the one that we should, because I would always think like, you know, trade Bogey, but who's gonna? I mean, he might be like valued for someone, but if there's a player that we can think that we can trade that is still has some value.
Well, Tommy Pham now he's hurt,
yeah.
but he and Marte, Pham, Marte, and Robertson.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 that I would say any team.
And
would
I don't want him to
That's
go, but
contenders.
maybe Kana too. I don't want
or
him to
Kano, yeah,
go. But
yeah.
Dan doesn't want him to go either, right?
Dan's still with us. I don't know.
What's 215, Mark? 215.
I don't know.
What's talking about Bogey?
Oh, batting average, maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but his on-base percentage is over 300 because he get walks.
Yeah. We want him to stay too, Emily.
Yeah. And Pham, actually, he's got
Did you see that
great
play?
numbers right now. I am so impressed.
Did you see his big play the other day? He got the Kim on third. Kim was running.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like, I'm going to make the triple. And then he
boy.
waited for him.
Okay. That was very controversial in our
Why?
house.
I loved it.
No, we were going a little bit crazy while the play was happening because Pham was just kind of lollygagging it out there. And we were like, what are you doing? No,
he waited for him to.
No, but he didn't even get to the ball. Like he was just like, oh, I'll take the ball.
Because he thought I'm going to get to this ball and I'm going to make this sucker run all the way to third and I'm going to.
Well, we were hoping he was thinking that.
That's what he thought.
But we were not thinking that when it was happening. When it was happening, I was like, what is going on? Pham, get that ball, throw it in. But you know what? It was perfect.
Yes.
But the truth is, he didn't get him out.
Oh, I
initially.
Thought he was out.
No. He was out, but not because of Pham. Well,
because of Guillermo.
Okay, he was safe initially. It was a terrible, terrible tag. He overran the bag, and then he kept the tag on him, and that's what made him out. It was a great throw. The throw is there. If he had put the glove down, he would have been out right there. Yeah. But he didn't put the glove down right away, and the runner slid underneath. I guess it was Kim, I think, that did that. Yeah. So who ended up like kicking the bag and hurting himself afterwards. Did you hear that? So, but anyway, yeah, no, Pham has a great arm. He does.
Yes.
So
Ronald said that if he stayed in the base, he would have been safe. Yeah. But he came off the base.
He came off the base, yeah.
Because he was running so hard. He's like, he thought he was gonna make it, but nope.
So we have Dodgers coming up. I think we got to talk a little bit about that. So what are our matchups? Do we know who's pitching for the Mets? So I think we have we have Verlander's pitching Friday against Urias. And then we have
Urias.
I don't know. I can't read. We have Senga going against Undecided. That's what I have.
I have TBD here.
Yeah. For which game?
For the
Friday?
one on the 15th. No,
yeah. No,
For Friday, I have Urias and Verlander. and
yeah,
for
but
the
that's what I
Saturday-
said, undecided against
Ah.
Senga, and then undecided against Scherzer. So the Dodgers don't want to tell us who's pitching this weekend.
Yes.
You know, it figures, right? It doesn't matter anyway.
It doesn't matter. Like nothing matters.
It doesn't
anymore.
matter.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's gonna be tough.
yeah. It's
tough
gonna be
weekend,
interesting.
but-
And this is it for the West Coast. Bye.
Oh, to be out there
Yeah.
again.
No more 10.
No
PM
more
games.
10 p.m. games. Oh my
Oh.
gosh. I mean, who is taking naps to be able to stay up and watch?
Tom, you should get an award from the Mets for being such fans.
Oh gosh.
Thank you.
Either
Tom.
that or nutcases.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks.
When will Ohtani start for the Dodgers? Woo!
You know what?
Ain't
Ain't that the truth? I didn't want to believe that Ohtani was going to go to the Dodgers, but all signs indicate that he is going there,
Yeah.
and it just makes my blood boil.
If he could go to the Braves, that would
He
be
doesn't
terrible.
want to go to the Mets. I think I've heard rumors of things he said that he doesn't.
No, he's not coming to.
If we were winning, he might change his mind. So
Mhm.
maybe the second half will show him something. Hey, Ohtani, look at us.
He's got his buddy there. Senga.
Come, yeah.
Senga
come.
was buttering him up.
I know.
Uh,
That's why Senga was sent to the All-Star game. It was a little spy
Ooh.
to try to
a little Japanese.
get Ohtani.
connection
us.
there.
Yeah, lure him in.
Yeah, we're getting our Saturday afternoon games back to 1:00. Yes.
Thank God. I think I want to go. I need to go to a game soon. I need to go to Citi Field.
Yeah.
I have to get there. So I'm just going to pick a day and I'm going to be there. That's it. Just
You
one day I'm
are?
going to be like, I'm out of here. I'd love to see the Dodgers this weekend. So maybe we'll see. Yeah. Why not? So I think that's it for tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. And yeah, it's kind of keep it positive and sort of happy.
How is it positive? You're playing the cruel summer.
Oh, well,
Where's the nuts?
Oh, you're laughing. No, you're not crying. You're laughing.
So thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, share with your friends, your neighbors, your family, everybody. Get them on board. Like us. Oh, thank you, Emily. I don't know who you are, but I'd love to go to the game and I'd love to meet you. So yeah, it sounds like a plan. And thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Let's go Mets. Let's hope that the Mets wins for next week. Not out. Good cross.